Not all screen time is equal. Hey everyone, this is Roland, and thank you for joining me on another episode as I talk about technology, the internet, and young people. And like I said before, not all screen time is equal. And I shared a report from CDC last week, and they report that our children and young people are spending anywhere from 6 to 9 hours online. And like I said, that is a lot of time. But of course, the answer is not just shutting things down, right? Taking away phones and iPads. That is not the way to do it. And as I looked more into this, there seems to be a discussion online, and it's a very important discussion. And there's a lot of discussion around this saying, okay, so my child is 8 years old. How much screen time do they need? Or my child is 5 years old, and how much screen time do they need? Or they're a teen, and how much screen time do they need? And people are trying to get to an answer, but that is not the right way of looking at it, or the best answer. We cannot then try to say, okay, the 8 years old, so they need 2 hours of screen time, and that's that, because then we will run into problems. Because remember, not because they are basing all those things on the notion that all screen time is equal, but it is not equal. And as you'll see, it is not equal. Anyway, I was listening to this talk some time ago, and from ISTE, it's a university on organization, and they also are advocates for this, and they had some really great points on how to manage screen time, or how to delegate screen time to your child, not based on age, but on a whole group of other factors, which I'm going to talk into right now. And they shared an equation, and I will then dive deeper into it. And the equation is, when we are assessing screen time and how much screen time we need to give our kids, is maturity of child plus type of activity that they're doing online plus context equals the screen time that they need in that time. And that is, for me, I love this, and that is the way we need to be looking at it, because like I said, not all screen time is important, is equal. So let's go into these points. And maturity of child just means not just age, is do we trust them? Are they experienced, right? Have they proved themselves that when they're online, they're not just spending all that 6 to 9 hours just on TikTok or on WhatsApp or Snapchat or whatever these things, or Instagram? No, are they doing productive things online, right? But again, can they be trusted? Do they have experience to know this, right? That's the one thing that we need to take in. And it's not just about age. Because my child is a teenager, I can give them 9 hours online. No. Do we trust them? Do they have experience, right? The next thing is the type of activity. That is so important as well. What are they doing online? Are they just on TikTok or on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever? Or are they online researching, reading up on a topic, or doing a study, or doing their homework? That is so important. We need to know that even before we ground them, not just grounding them, but what are they doing online, and make them accountable to tell you what are they doing online. And with that, then we can know the amount of screen time we can give them. With the maturity, then we know if we can trust them, we can give them more screen time, because we know that they know what they're doing online. And then context is so important. Let me give you an example. So there's Candy Crush, right? And you're on a trip, and it's a long trip. It's a 6 or 7 hour trip, right? And you've been talking and having fun, and then your child then asks you, hey, I want to play Candy Crush for about 2 hours, whatever it is. Can I do so? And you do so because it's a trip, right? If there's nothing to do, the kids are bored, let them go online. But now just imagine that same activity with your child, and now they've got an exam the next day, but they are spending 2 to 3 hours the night before spending time on Candy Crush. And of course, this is a problem. And this is what I mean about context. It is so important we teach them about this, to know, but that's when we can give them the allocated screen time with understanding of context. If they are on a trip, or if they have done all their homework and they've done all the work that they need to do, yes, then we can be more lenient on the screen time that they need, right? But we need to tell them that if you are having to do certain things, important things, or if I, as a parent, have things for you to do, then I'm going to limit screen time. But these things are so important. We need to understand all these things, and we need to get away from this idea of, okay, age equals screen time, right? No. we need to teach our kids how to be responsible online. We need to be able to trust them to go online. We need to teach them on how to use technology on their own terms because they have understanding, because we can trust them. And that is all I have to share on this. There is so much more to share. I am so excited. I cannot wait for next week, and I hope you learned something from this. And with that, I've come to the end of this episode. I will see you next week, and have a good day.